Hey guys, it's Cal here from KR Sabers, and this is an overview video of our Loth and Found Saber kit. Designed and created here at KR Sabers with our senior engineer, James, whom some of you already know as Jimmy's Saber Junk. For those of you unaware of this particular design, this is inspired by the lightsaber built and created by Ezra in the Season 1 finale of Ahsoka, the Disney Plus series released in 2023. This particular prop, unlike the other Ahsoka lightsaber releases, had no physical reveal at San Diego Comic-Con, and as a result we were strictly limited to on-screen references only and had to work extra hard to determine some of the design details as well as the scale. After scouring through many of the high-res screenshots, adjusting colour grading and having countless debates and generally smashing our heads against the wall, we finally came to the conclusion that we most likely would not be able to achieve perfection in terms of the details, but we would have at least given it our best. This doesn't mean that we didn't want to make it special though, because in addition to the efforts made to capture as much detail as possible, we engineered a wonderful quick disconnect system for the emitter, staying true to what's seen on the show. Stay tuned for an explanation on this mechanism shortly. Scaling wise, we simply used the height of Imam Esfandi at 180 centimeters to scale the length and overall proportions of the hilt. Once we had this calculated, we could then focus on the closer images of Ezra during the construction scene of his new lightsaber. Through the studying of his references, we noticed what appeared to be a control box PCB card, very reminiscent of what we've been used to seeing on the Graphics, but sized much smaller. You can see evidence of larger gold traces followed by smaller ones. This has been integrated into our design and also functions as a rocking switch mechanism to actuate the switches mounted on the internal removable chassis. In terms of the align features, we have engineered alignment solutions for all the details. For example, the D-ring alignment, the alignment of the emitter, and also the alignment of these visible grub screws. Further to this, for the side accent panels, we decided to go for a matte finish to contrast with the machine finish of the hilt. Determining the colour for this part was quite tricky. It's clear to us that there's been some colour grading influence during the edit of the episode. In one scene the grading appears to be warmer, and in another it appears to be cooler. Until we see more concrete evidence of the physical prop, we had to find some sort of happy medium. Thankfully, any of the parts for which we had doubts about the colour or finish, we have engineered them all to be easily removable or swappable. Therefore, if a physical prop were to be exhibited with clear confirmation as to the colour scheme, we would very easily be able to offer parts to customers at a later date to swap them over. And finally, the star of our show is our uniquely engineered quick detach emitter system. We figured, since our reference material was so limited, we would compensate with this very cool mechanism. To operate the quick detach system, simply push down the emitter, twist and pull. The internal emitter sleeve has also been machined using heat treated hardened steel, providing reliable and long lasting performance. Now, for those of you with concerns about the stability of the emitter, we have another surprise. The collar under the Suba is actually a lock-in part for the mechanism. It has an intentional tolerance so that when you would secure the emitter in place, essentially disabling the mechanism, when you want to enable the mechanism again, you can thread the collar down, allowing the required travel for the mechanism to operate. The tolerance being so small leaves no unsightly gaps and can be dialed in by the user to only require half a revolution of travel. It is fully adjustable. For more details on the mechanism and overall assembly of the kit, be sure to check out the Jimmy Saber Junk video linked in the video description. For the overall hilt materials, the hilt has been primarily machined from aluminium with some elements of stainless steel and a brass ring here. In terms of FX functionality, we have incorporated what has become somewhat standard in our industry now. The hilt allows for a fully removable chassis core, and as mentioned before, the control box PCB card here is spring-loaded, providing switch actuation. The hilt is also vented for sound here in the pommel. The blade holder is also designed for 7/8 inch blades and has hidden grub screws underneath here, which can be accessed by unthreading. Helping to give a seamless look when the blade is inserted. As always, make sure your grub screws are fully tightened before threading this part back on. Each kit comes partially assembled and wrapped in black tissue paper along with a few accessories, all of which are bagged up in this beautiful box designed by Christian Cruz. Always recommend, as these have been carefully QC'd prior to shipping, once you receive your kit, open it on a clear flat surface and simply check all of the accessories are there. If you have an issue, please let us know immediately and we can rectify it for you. Each kit includes the Loth and Found DIY empty hilt kit, the Loth and Found Suba, Loth and Found emitter, a set of side accent body panels, control box PCB card, emitter accent piece, and a set of Allen keys. You'll also get a 3M adhesive sticker sheet for adhering the accent pieces included with the kit. I'm pleased to say that we'll start to ship the pre-orders from this run during the month of July, and wanted to make sure that our overview video was live before we began shipping. This is so all of our customers know what to expect when they receive their kits. Each kit is offered in various options, either as empty hilts or with DIY install kits such as Eco, Eco CC and Master Chassis kits. We do also offer various soundboards that include Profi, CFX, Golden Harvest and Verso. We have covered in previous videos the differences between these chassis. However, for those of you who are new here, our Eco chassis is a basic, functional, 3D printed PLA plastic chassis, giving users a more simplified chassis experience. The Eco CC chassis is the same as our Eco, however, it will have a 3D printed PLA plastic crystal chamber and resin printed crystals. The Goth 3 Design's Master Chassis is a more artistic chassis constructed with premium materials such as natural 3D printed brass. This is for those who are perhaps higher end collectors and wish to add some finer details to their hilt. I also want to mention that the hilt themselves do not come pre-installed with electronics and therefore will require installation by the end user. User guides will soon be available for assistance to DIY makers. Alternatively, the kits can be sent to your chosen hilt installer and we can recommend installers based in your area, or feel free to contact us for assistance with the install. If you plan to install an Eco chassis, as I have with my demo hilt here, to access it, simply unscrew the pommel and the chassis can slide out relatively easily. The slotted screws on the control box act as the chassis guide rails. This now gives you full access to the battery and the soundboard. This particular Eco chassis build uses a Profi soundboard, stock Custom Works thin neck micro PCB connector, 18650 high amp lithium battery and a 28mm bass speaker. The Eco MPXL connector is mounted inside of the emitter using a dedicated PCB holder. The kill switch is located here and I'll boot the Saber up now.
757 here, copy.
After which the chassis can simply slide right back in, ensuring proper alignment and secured with the pommel. The 7/8" blade can then be prepared by unscrewing this sleeve, giving you access to the grub screws for removal of the blade plug. You can then grab your 7/8" blade, sliding it in and secure in place. Thread the sleeve back. Leaving a nice clean emitter. Activation is just by the control box here. This hilt kit is available now on thesaberarmory.com. If you have any further questions or queries, please either leave us a comment below or contact us via our website. Thanks again for all your support and patience with this run. I hope to see many of you in the community starting or continuing your lightsaber journey with this beautiful kit. I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Peace.